Most men today walk on eggshells. They've been told that extreme gentleness is the master key, that constant agreement is the safest path, and that simply being a nice guy is enough to be desired. But then, why is it that the more you try to please her, the more she seems to distance herself? Why does your constant attention gradually transform into precisely what kills her interest? It seems crazy, it seems politically incorrect, even risky, but more than 500 years ago, a man who studied power and human nature in the shadows of Italian palaces wrote something that today's society prefers to ignore. Niccolò Machiavelli didn't write to comfort, he wrote in search of truth. Within this truth lies a statement that has survived the centuries: fortune is a woman. And if you wish to master her, you must approach her boldly. But don't misunderstand me. This isn't about aggression or violence. Machiavelli was a strategist, not a brute. What he meant was something deeper: strength of character, audacity, and decisive intention. He understood that female psychology, like fortune itself, doesn't respond to pleading, passivity, or a constant search for approval. It responds to audacity. In this video, we will analyze the anatomy of attraction from this perspective. You will understand why your excessive politeness might be killing the flame, and how to apply the principles of the prince to become a man she can't ignore. If you are easily offended, this video is not for you. But if you are ready to understand the difference between being kind and being respected, stay until the end, because the fourth point will completely change your view on rejection. Before we continue, a brief observation. This is a historical and philosophical analysis of the prince. This text has educational purposes, not literal behavioral implications, but rather serves as a reflection on the psychology of power in the 20th century. 1. The paradox of gentleness and Machiavellian virtue. Machiavelli introduced a fundamental concept, virtù. This is not about moral virtue in the traditional sense. It is about energy, effectiveness, and willpower. A man without virtue is a man controlled by circumstances. Today, many men confuse gentleness with harmlessness. Imagine the following situation. You ask her what she wants to eat. She replies, "I don't know." And you say, "Whatever you want, darling." You think you are being considerate, but from a deeper perspective, you have just relinquished your leadership. When she realizes that you can't even decide something simple, her subconscious begins to question your ability to handle greater challenges. Machiavelli once suggested that those who prioritize being loved over being respected often fail when pressure arises. In attraction, fear does not mean harm. It means respect, boundaries, and the awareness that you can walk away. If she knows you'll stay, no matter how she treats you, you've already lost. She doesn't want a servant. She wants a man with goals, a man with principles, a man who knows how to say no. The modern simple man offers constant validation, commenting on every post, sending long emotional messages before earning respect. This is like a ruler revealing his defenses before the battle even begins. She doesn't want that. She wants a man who has options, a purpose beyond her, and the strength to leave if necessary. 2. The power of scarcity and controlled attention. Machiavelli wrote that people value what they can lose, and this truth still applies today. If you are always available, your value diminishes. Scarcity creates importance. If you respond instantly every time, if you are always present, you become her emotional support while she talks about other men. You cease to be a romantic option. You become a convenience. Machiavelli taught that rewards should be given sparingly to have real value. Think of luxury brands. They are not desired for their function, but for their exclusivity. If you want to be desired, stop acting like you're always available. Treat your time as if it matters. Even excessive kindness can generate rejection. Not because it's bad, but because it eliminates mystery. And without mystery, desire disappears. She needs space to think about you, to miss you, to feel uncertainty. When you eliminate that, you eliminate attraction. 3. The power of decision. Let's revisit that controversial idea. Fortune favors the bold. In today's world, this translates to one word: decision. People are drawn to those who know where they're going. Imagine you're on a date and the place is packed. The insecure man asks, "What do you want to do?" The decisive man replies, "This place is full.